Welcome to The Explainer. Look, if you're a solo creator, a small business owner, or honestly just a really busy person, you know the struggle. You absolutely want to grow online, but that daily grind of posting on social media, it is exhausting. Well, today, we're going to fix that. Okay, let's dive into this. Does this sound familiar at all? You wake up, suddenly realize you need to post something today, and you just sit there staring at a blank screen with this mounting sense of dread. You're completely out of ideas. Honestly, you'd probably rather do your taxes than try to figure out some trending audio clip, right? But you're terrified that the second you stop posting, you're just going to completely disappear from your customers' feeds. It's literally like being trapped on a hamster wheel that never, ever stops spinning. It's exhausting, it's inconsistent, and it is highly stressful. But listen, it really doesn't have to be this way. So I want to introduce you to this concept of autopilot. And let's clear something up right out of the gate here. Autopilot does not mean setting up some spammy robot to blast the internet forever while you just vanish to an island. Not at all. Putting things on autopilot simply means building a smart, repeatable system. Think of it exactly like meal prepping. Instead of scrambling, trying to cook dinner every single night from scratch when you're already tired, you just spend a couple of hours on a Sunday prepping all your meals for the whole week. Autopilot is literally just meal prepping for your social media. And here is our simple 5-step system to get you there. First, we batch your content. Second, we repurpose one idea. Third, we schedule it ahead. Fourth, we use AI creation shortcuts. And finally, number 5, we check in briefly. All right, step 1, batch your content. So that manual daily way of posting we talked about, that's completely reactive. You're basically just trying to survive today's post. Weekly batching, on the other hand, is proactive. You sit down just once, and in a single, focused session, you create an entire week, or hey, maybe even a whole month of posts. Just imagine the absolute relief of knowing on a Tuesday morning that all your content for the rest of the week is already totally done. So how do we actually do this in the real world? Well, first, you do what we call a niche lockdown. You just pick one core topic. That way you aren't confusing your audience or the algorithms, those behind-the-scenes matchmaking systems that actually decide who sees your posts. So if you're a real estate agent, maybe you focus just on first-time home buyers for an entire month. Keep it simple. Next, you brainstorm multiple hooks all at once. A hook is just that catchy first 5 seconds of a video or the very first line of a text post. Look at what's already working in your space and draw some inspiration from that. And finally, you draft or film everything in one sitting. Once you actually have your camera set up or your laptop open, just knock out 3, 4, maybe 5 pieces of content right then and there. Seriously, filming a short video shouldn't take more than 15 to 20 minutes from start to finish. Moving on to step 2, repurpose one idea. Okay, the big secret to being everywhere online without completely burning yourself out is to create less, but post more. You really don't need a brand new ground-up idea for every single platform. Instead, you use a content multiplier. So you take one core piece of effort, let's say one talking head video you filmed, and you fracture it. The transcript of that one video, that can be rewritten into a long-form email newsletter. You can pull 3 quick, punchy quotes from it for Twitter. You can turn the main points into a really nice, structured, bulleted carousel for LinkedIn. And then you can clip a quick 15-second highlight for an Instagram story. Boom, you've just turned one single effort into 5 totally different posts all across the internet. Which brings us to step 3, schedule it ahead. Now that you actually have this awesome batch of repurposed content, how do we get it online without you being glued to your phone 24/7? Simple, you schedule it ahead. There are countless really affordable tools out there designed specifically to do exactly this. In the simplest terms, you open the tool, you load in that batch of posts you just made, you click on a little calendar to pick the dates and times you want them to go live, and you close your laptop. That's the whole shebang. It's exactly like setting the timer on your coffee maker before you go to sleep at night. The software takes over and completely handles the heavy lifting of actually publishing the posts for you. And because you batched and scheduled, here's what your week looks like. Your LinkedIn post goes live automatically at 9 a.m. on Tuesday while you're right in the middle of a client meeting. Your Instagram reel drops on Thursday afternoon while you're out running errands. And that TikTok video, it publishes on Saturday morning while you're literally still sleeping in. Your business is staying highly visible to everyone, and you're not even holding your phone. Next up, step 4, AI creation shortcuts. Now, I know a lot of beginners are pretty intimidated by AI, or they think it's just going to spit out this robotic, spammy-sounding text. But honestly, that only happens if you use it the wrong way. I want you to think of AI as your incredibly fast, super smart brainstorming buddy.
Let's completely demystify this with a really simple 1, 2, 3 sequence. Step 1. Do not stare at a blank page. Take something you already have, like rough notes from a client meeting, a PDF you wrote ages ago, or the transcript from your latest video, and just paste it into an AI tool. Step 2. Ask the AI to generate 3 engaging hooks or social media posts based only on that specific information. And then step 3, and this is absolutely crucial, take what it gives you and tweak it. Add your own slang, throw in your favorite emojis, add your own personal flair. The AI just gets you past the terror of the blank page. You are the one who brings that human touch.
The reduction in your workload here is just massive. Think about the manual way of finding ideas. You're just sitting there, staring at a blank screen, hoping for inspiration. The AI-assisted way gives you instant suggestions based on your own actual notes or current industry trends. And manually drafting, that means typing every single agonizing word from scratch. The AI way means you're just editing and tweaking a rough first draft. We're talking minutes here instead of hours. Finally, step 5, check in, don't camp out. Okay, so we've set up this amazing autopilot system, right? But remember, an airplane on autopilot still absolutely requires a pilot in the seat. You cannot just vanish entirely. I want you to burn this number into your brain, 15. This represents a 15-minute weekly habit. When your scheduled posts actually go live, you just need to spend about 10 to 15 minutes replying to the people who comment. Ask them a quick question back, heart their replies. This tiny bit of human interaction sends a massive signal to those social media algorithms that your content is highly engaging. And more importantly, it builds a real community. By using this system, you are establishing a really healthy boundary. You get to spend 90% of your time completely offline, actually living your life, doing the deep work on your business and serving your clients. And you spend only 10% of your time intentionally engaging on those apps to check in on what's working and talk to your community. You are no longer getting sucked into that endless, exhausting doom-scrolling void. Which brings us to the empowering takeaway. Let's bring this whole shebang together. By batching your work, repurposing your best ideas, scheduling things ahead of time, and using AI to shortcut that drafting process, you are literally taking your time back. You are back in control. I really want to leave you with this one core promise. Consistency beats intensity. Every single time. It is far better for you to post a good piece of content reliably, say 3 times a week for a whole year, than to post incredibly intensely 5 times a day for a week, totally burn out, and just quit. This repeatable system, it gives you that long-term consistency without the dreaded burnout. It really is way easier than you think. So now I want to hear from you. Which social platform do you actually struggle with the most when you're trying to stay consistent? Is it LinkedIn, maybe Instagram, or is it TikTok? Drop a comment below and let me know. And hey, if you found this explainer helpful and you want more actionable time-saving shortcuts, make sure to subscribe. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next one.